Welcome back to Made to Order a la Orden. I'm Chef Z, and today we're making Moro de Habichuelas Rojas, which is a Dominican staple that is super tasty. Now, this dish is very similar to my Moro de Guandule, so if you haven't yet checked out that video, be sure to check it out, and I'll link it right here or down below because seriously, it's one of my favorite recipes. Now, you can seriously follow that recipe to the T and just swap out guandule for regular beans, but ajicitos were in stock at my local grocery store, so I wanted to recreate this dish and show you moro de habichuela because seriously, you can freestyle these dishes so many different ways, and I wanted to personally show you that. Now, if you have any questions on this recipe, be sure to shout me out on social media or visit my website and hang tight because you won't want to miss this. We're going to start off by adding some canola oil or vegetable oil into a pot and then adding the onions and the ajicitos. Now, if you don't have ajicitos, regular green peppers or even cubanelle peppers will also work. And we're also going to add a little bit of garlic, and we're going to saute that for about 2 to 3 minutes on a medium flame until it becomes nice, soft, and translucent. And once they're soft, we're then going to add the black pepper, the Dominican oregano, the sopita, which is a chicken bouillon cube, sazon con achiote, and tomato paste. And we're going to mix that together and let that saute for another 1.5 minutes before we add the beans. Fun part about this dish is that you can use a variety of different beans. I'm actually using Roma beans, but you can use pinto beans, red beans, kidney beans, and you can also soak the beans yourself and soften them. If you do that, the moro will actually taste much tastier. Today I'm using canned beans because that's what I had in the house. We're going to mix that together, and after it's well combined, we're now going to add the water. I'm adding equal parts water to equal parts rice. If you haven't checked out my video on how to make the perfect white rice, be sure to do so because I give you guys all the tips and tricks you need to get the perfect rice each and every single time. Once the water begins to boil, we're now going to add our white rice and we're going to mix that in as well. And we're going to let that come to a boil. Now do keep an eye on your rice because once the water dries up almost completely, we're going to go in again and we're going to mix it together, being sure to scrape any rice that's at the bottom of the pot. Not completely because I do like some cocoa, and cocoa is very tasty, but we want to make sure that it's just not all super clumpy at the bottom. Now we're going to add some freshly chopped cilantro and we're going to mix that in as well because we want this beautiful aromatic flavor to be throughout the whole entire rice. Now there are some people that don't like cilantro in their moro, and if you're one of those people, then hey, feel free to skip this step and this ingredient altogether. Now we're going to cover the rice with my trusty aluminum foil and the lid. And don't forget to set your burner to the lowest possible setting. And we're going to turn the pot into a super rice steamer. Now after about 25 to 30 minutes, we're going to uncover our rice and fluff it up by mixing it again. Now I've never mentioned this in any one of my moro videos, but once the rice is steaming, leave it alone. Resist the urge to uncover it and peek at it because once you uncover the rice and you let that glorious steam escape, you're going to have a really hard time for your rice to cook. In fact, it's going to take much longer. So if it's been about 20 minutes and you're not sure if your rice is cooked, just wait an additional 10 minutes and then uncover it. Now we're going to add a tiny bit of oil just to get out those little stubborn last few clumps. And there you guys have it, my recipe to making moro de habichuela. If you have any questions on this recipe, visit my website chefzcooks.com or follow me on social media, and I can't wait to see you guys next week when I have an all new video. Buen provecho, guys.